Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Giving everyone some time to come on in the room. I am here again. Day number 21 of my 365-day journey of going live on TikTok. I am so happy to be here again. Greetings, cousin. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the space. We are doing this again. Living aligned and crowned, embracing the queen within. Thank you for the hearts. Let's bring them in. Let's bring them in. We just went live, so we are going to tap in again tonight. I am coming out of a beautiful call with some women. We do a grief support group that I lead, and it has been such a beautiful experience to be able to remember those who have transitioned, my mom, my aunts, my grandmas, and everybody else who supports me on the other side, and to honor them in this way has been truly a beautiful experience. So I'm just coming out of that call, hence I'm a little later than usual doing my live. Greetings, cousin. Greetings. Welcome to the call again, sis. We are diving in. You know, I got 365 days of this, and we are on day number 21. So I am going to tap into the Light Seers Tarot and just see what word we have and what insight is coming forth. It was a pretty rough day for me emotionally at work, but lovers dropping out. Let's see what they talking about. Last time the lovers was not showing up very good. They was ripping out hearts, girl. But yes, lovers, relationships, building community, really following your heart, you know, getting back into that heart space and knowing that, you know, you are the lover of your soul. And that's where your divine and masculine connect. And you have to be prepared for where it takes you, you know. And as I had my mentor call this morning, she was talking about just how good can it get? How good can it get as we walk away from the things that no longer serve? Again, following the sun, as I'm looking like the sun today in my yellow. Again, looking toward the sun, right? Walking toward the sun in our relationships, walking toward the sun in our thoughts, walking toward the sun and letting go of the things that no longer serve us. That's the energy that constantly comes up for me as I'm finding that doing this work is really walking away from what doesn't serve. As we get into the deep waters of our emotions, moon energy is all about what's coming to the surface. What do we need to come to the surface? How do we need to get out of our head and back into our heart? Because that's where the sun is, all right? As we use our intuition, tapping into what burns us, what passion burns within us. As we plant in fertile ground, receiving the divine abundance of all things and having enough to share with those that we love. Ashe, I give thanks for those cards. More than what I normally pull. But looky here, we got the number 10 for completion, the end. So let's go in and just feel this energy, right? You know, for me personally, I use tarot to just tap into my own intuition, looking at the pictures, looking at the energy, looking at the story that it's telling me. And from this, I'm gonna come up with something that resonates as truth to me. So greetings, everyone coming into the room. So first card up was the Lovers. Balancing our yin and yang energy, balancing our divine feminine and masculine energy as we navigate our experiences of life, being prepared for everything that shows up in the darkness, but choosing to look at the light. Walking away from the things that no longer serve toward the things that are calling us forward. Going into the deep waters of our emotions, feeling the feels even when they don't feel good. Seeing the truth even when we're blinded, even when we don't think we know the way, going within and hearing what our heart says. And then allowing the sun to shine on it. Shine, shine, shine. Shine on me, okay? Shine on me as I begin to inspire my own intuition to set me free, okay? Planting the things that I desire to see, right? In this reality. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're planting seeds to get the abundance of what it is that we desire and have enough to share with those we love. Ashe. So now we're going to go into the book and see what the book has to say. We're going to start from the bottom and bring it to the top, okay? Starting with the Four of Pentacles. You have more than enough. You have more than enough. Four of Pentacles says, we just taking it easy today, y'all. We just rolling with the emotions as they come in. Just feeling the feels. I hope you're feeling good today. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you are feeling like, you know what? Today was a good day, even if it was a challenge. So it says, Four of Pentacles. I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. This is the abundant life, y'all. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, what does that say? You get everything you like. You can have whatever you like. All right? I live in a state of oneness by bringing harmony and love to all my relationships. I'm bringing harmony and love to all of my relationships. Whew, we give thanks for the harmony and love as we get ready to receive all that harmony and love and abundance has in store for us. We've planted the seeds. The seeds are now taking root. And it's all in the palm of our hand. We don't need to worry. We don't need to put energy into the things we don't want to experience, but we just hold on to the things that bring us joy, bring us goodness, wellness, wholeness, oneness. It says, I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. What are you planning in? Do you believe that which you've planted? Do you believe your dreams? Do you believe that you can have it? Do you believe that you are worthy? Do you believe? As we tap into the Ace of Wands, this is that creative energy. It is what you say it is. So be mindful. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of how your thoughts create actions. And be mindful of how you allow your actions to create your reality, okay? So the Ace of Wands says, I seed. Oh, look at that. What are we seeding? What are we planting? We just talked about that, right? So it's telling us, I seed my brilliant future with the root of creativity and inspiration. So what are we planting? What are you growing? Are you using your creativity? Are you using your divine inspiration, your God consciousness to see it as it is? Not what the world sees it as, but what you see it as. And in that space, You gotta shine bright like a diamond and see all the greatness, all the goodness, all the beauty in what you are creating. It's available to you. You know, the sun is it feels good to feel good. You know, most of us enjoy the sun. Greetings, 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 sis. We tapping in. We got a lot of cards today, but jump in where you at. And this is saying you bring the sunshine to your creative intention. We were talking about we're seeding our brilliant future with the root of creativity and inspiration. Ashe, what is your Ashe? What is your I am? How is the sun shining on you to bring all the things that you think of to come true? Okay? The sun. What does the sun say? The sun definitely does give nutrients to what we're planting, right? And I say it feels good to feel good because the sun is my happy place. And it says, we talked about the I am, right? I said, what is your I am saying? What is your Ashe bringing forth? And it says, I am the sun. The sun is speaking, y'all. The sun, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The sun, y'all. That's what we talking about. I am whole. I am more than enough. I shine like the sun when I am happy. How many of us have been tapping into that energy of the sun, the consciousness of what I am and what I am creating? You know, that's bringing you into this space of wholeness. You are more than enough. And when you can shine like the sun, it's very interesting that I decided to let my little flower blossom in this yellow today and bring forth some happiness. As I was talking about, we just left the grief call, but grief is also a time of celebration because we know that absent from the body is not absent from us. It is just a new existence, a new place. Even when we're blinded and we can't see, we can feel and we can embody that which we are a part of. So when blinded by the dark, what do? Trusting the things that go bump in the night or seeing them for truly the light? I don't even know where that came from. But okay. The Two of Swords. What does it say? Two of Swords. Swords are all about what are you speaking? What are you bringing into this reality, right? Two of Swords. Two of Swords says, booyah. When blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move towards the light. Again, and what was the card before it? The sun. So when blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move towards the light. And what's in that light? What are you creating? That was the next card. What are you creating? Your creative intention. Because that's what's planting what it is that you want. And that's what also is bringing forth that abundance of that 10 of cups. And it says you are worthy. You are worthy and you are more than enough. Ashe. So we're going to go into those emotions. What do you feel? We already said that we are whole, we are abundant, we are blessed. And when blinded by the unknown, that's in these deep waters of the emotions, we can move toward the light. So what does the moonlight tell us? That's getting deep in them emotions, y'all. Under the moonlight. I love the moon. I call myself a celestial beauty as well, as we've traveled into the moonlight and reaped the benefit of what is there. So the moon tells us, number 18. The moon says, and it's the moon and the sun. We got the moon and the sun and the moon, y'all. The above and the below. So the moon says, I am safe and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. Again, going within so we don't do without, as above, so below, and we gonna walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Walking away from the things that no longer serve so that we can receive all that we are creating. Okay? So if it ain't aligning to what you want, just let it go. Surrender. It says, as I surrender to the will of the universe. This is her surrendering. This is us surrendering. 8 of Cups. Surrendering to what it is we want, what it is we desire. Looking at just how good it can get. How good do you look? However you want it, however you feel. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know, fill it in, fill in the blanks. So, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups says, 8 of Cups. I walk away from negativity and I choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. I'm ringing the bell on that one. That's a word for me right now, right now, right now. I walk away from negativity and I choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. How many of us can say that we can do that? Can you walk away from the negativity in your life? Can you walk away from those relationships that are no longer serving you? Can you walk away from those jobs that are draining you? Can you walk away from the limiting beliefs and the people that support those beliefs? Can you walk away and choose yourself as in it says a radical, what did it say? I choose myself in a rebellious act of self-love. Looky here, y'all. This February 1st, be on the lookout. Me and my sister are starting this movement of self-care, radical self-care. And this card reminds me of it. To be madly in love with you. Are you madly, like so madly in love with you that nothing else matters? That you're going to show up in your divine essence and the truth of you no matter what. So February 1st, we're going to start some Instagram, Facebook challenges. We may also put it on this platform, but we're going to challenge ourselves to show up for ourselves in this radical way of showing self-love. Really, it's not real radical, but it's intentional. We're going to do things each day, and we're going to challenge our audience to post in this energy of being madly in love with me for the month of February, right? And we're going to give away some really awesome gifts to the 1 or 2 or however many people who do every challenge. So I'm going to be doing the challenges on here, but I'm also going to be posting it on Instagram and Facebook starting February 1st. So be on the lookout for it, as he is on the lookout, you know? So join me in being madly in love with you, because you can, and walk away from anything that doesn't support that, because you can. And this says he's ready. 7 of Swords. He's ready. He's looking to the light. He's seeing where the sun is shining, even though there are crows around, even though there may be death and destruction around. He's like, I'm unbothered. I'm looking toward the light. I'm getting ready for what I want to see come. I'm ready to fight too, if I got to, but I'm also being prepared for the abundance of just how good it can get. It can get as good as we want it, y'all. So let's see what this 7 of Swords says. How do you want it? I would like the goodness. I would like all the good that is available to me. And I would like to leave this earth empty. saying I had no regrets. I did what I was sent to do. I did what I wanted to do. I did the things that made me feel good. I did the things to make me feel like I actually had a chance of living my best life now. This is what we have available. So it says, I act from a place of love and morality, sorry. Love and death is on my mind, I guess. But morality, I act from a place of love and morality, and the universe witnesses my honest intentions. So that is one thing about the universe, you know, as within, so without. What you think about in your reality, in your consciousness, in your mind, as we found in this, you know, tapping into our mind, tapping into that Christ consciousness. When we go in there, that's what's true. That's what's going to show up in your reality. That's what's going to give you what you believe. So we need to begin to reprogram our minds to know that we are acting from a place of love and morality. Being moral, being okay, doing unto others as you would want them to do to you. You know, allowing love to permeate every action, you know, because we're all going through some stuff. We're all in this world together and we feel the energy, but we don't have to buy into it. We can definitely embrace this love energy, y'all. We can't make this up. I'm gonna ring the bell on that. Because the relationships and the things that we love is where your focus needs to be. How good can you make it? How good is your life? How good do you want it to be? Begin to take steps in that direction, because you can only you can do it. So the lovers, what are you loving on yourself? Are you loving on the essence of I am? Are you loving or seeking loving relationships that support you just as you are? Greetings, cousin. Greetings. We're talking about love right now, and it came through a little softer than earlier this week, okay? The lovers, number 6. It says, my heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. You know, the first relationship of love, y'all, is a love to yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you really, really, really love yourself? Do you show yourself love by not settling for the drama and the stuff that don't make you feel good? You know, we got to get back to the heart of the matter. We got to get back to loving ourselves. We got to get back to being prepared to walk in the way that love is calling. Walking away from the negativity and the strife and the things that no longer serve us. Getting into the deep waters of our emotions and really setting in that space to create what it is we want. When we are blinded by the world and the chaos and the destruction and the negativity and the limiting beliefs, we still move toward the light. Because there it is. When the sun shines, all is bright. Where the sun shines, all is bright. When you feel happy, you can walk in that and see that more happiness comes your way. Get into the mind. Light your mind on fire by what your heart is feeling and your highest desire. Connect with the Christ consciousness of love. Love is all there is. Plant your seed in that space of love. Let go of all those limiting beliefs of lack, stagnation, limitation, judgment, jealousy, envy, strife. Let that stuff go. Because if you're planting those types of seeds, that's what kind of experience you're going to get. We're planting those seeds of harmony, of balance, of love, of whatever's at the end of your rainbow, y'all. Taste the rainbow. Get into that flow. Begin to align the energy of your I am. Living aligned and crowned. Y'all know the energy of this rainbow is all about our divine essence, our spirit, our soul coming together from the root chakra to our crown chakra. That's where we got to get those emotions, energy and motions, moving us from the low vibration of survival to the high vibration of knowing that we are royalty. We have royalty in our DNA that says that we are more than enough. We are abundant. We have everything we need. The universe is always conspiring to serve us, to help us, to bring us the things that we desire. But it all starts in our mind. So yeah, let's renew our minds. Let's renew our minds to the mind of Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness. That's what it is. We're going to pull one final card to sum this up in the energy of our soul's journey. Because, we all on a journey. And it does not always come easy. Sometimes it takes discipline, right? You have to really commit to doing the work. This is doing the work. We can be the victim or the victor, but you have to do the work, because it's easy to become complacent and saying, why is this happening to me? Oh my God, the devil made me do it. The devil's working hard. Well, you need to work harder. You, in Christ consciousness, need to work harder. Don't let the devil steal your joy. Don't let the devil steal your blessings. Don't let something outside of you impact you in such a way that you don't get to live the life you want to live. That takes discipline. So this says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to do. What we was talking about, y'all. We waking that energy up. I can accomplish what I set my mind to do. I can accomplish what I set my mind to do. Ashe. And from that, we will receive change. We will see the change. It says change. Change is not always easy, but it is possible. Even in the midst of, I can change, I can be the change I wish to see in my life, in my experiences, in my relationships, in my workplace, in my friend circles, in my romantic circles. If I want to be the change, if I want change, I got to be the change. We got to be the change. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I understand. We got to put action to it. Discipline equals change, and we can do it. We are the people who can do it. Again, I am your girl, your soul guide, your holistic self-care practitioner, practicing what I preach as I show up every day of the week. 365 days this year to live my life aligned and crowned, showing up for me, showing up for my little girl, showing up for my ancestors that come through to help me align to the life I am truly, truly sent to live. I get to choose, as we all do. So until next time, I'm your soul sister, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. But I do still have a little bit more time, because TikTok has their thing that I need to go 30 minutes. So if anybody would like to have a card pull, anybody who's still in the space, I'll pull something for you. I'll pull a card if you want one. Anybody? Well, look, as I'm pulling out this deck again, there's a couple more cards, as y'all see, that's turned over. So I'm going to read those. Freedom. We getting freedom today. And trust. So we going to trust the process to get free in the change that takes discipline. So freedom says, it came out the other day as well, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. We said what we said. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. We said that in the sun, right? The sun, it says it feels good to feel good. It feels good when you're happy. You get to create that. And you can trust that what you think about, whether good or bad, if you want to say it, high vibration or low, you can trust that what you think about will be brought about. And it may happen quickly. It may take time as we're planting it by how much energy you give into it. Are you constantly waking up with humbug attitudes? Trust. That's what you're going to experience more of. If you're constantly waking up with, what is this day gonna show me today? How is this gonna be the best life now? It'll be that way too. So it says trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I give thanks again. Because this is me tapping in, y'all. I pray that it is hitting you where it is, where you need to be hit. Because you can trust and believe that this word is not only a message for me, but also a message for you. And this whole reading, this whole card pool will be posted on my YouTube page. So please, 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 if you haven't already, check me out on Circle of Sister Table Talks podcast on YouTube. I'm trying to grow the audience there so that I can also begin to go live on YouTube. This is my journey, but also it's a journey of those that I am reflecting back to. So if I kept your attention, got your attention, or if you're finding these readings inspirational, please just give me a little heart. Like me on Instagram, follow my page here on TikTok, follow the page on YouTube, and let's grow this community together. Because, we are all divine reflections. So until next time, again, I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. Peace and love.